Good morning. Welcome to day 3, Monday, July 24th. We're both sipping on some coffee, getting the tent unpacked, packed, however you want to say it, getting situated. We both recovered from yesterday for the most part, I think. Looked at our route for today. We'll be on the CDT for a bit up to Spotted Bear Pass, and then we'll be getting off the CDT soon after that. Our goal is to get to May Lake today. My Lake. Thank you.
It's still technically on the CDT.
Still technically on the CDT. Just realized this morning I did download the Far Out app for the entire CDT, and we looked at comments this morning, and this was like the only viable water source for quite a while. So glad we stopped here. But it looks like there's plenty of water sources and campsites after this. Although we're not going to be on the CDT, I think, after today. So that's the update. We're both rehydrated. Right now it's comfortable. It's like in the 60s in the tent, the like low 60s. And the sun is coming out. So we'll probably be on our way in the next half hour to an hour. And we'll check in later. All right, we're just making our way southbound on the CDT. Sarah noticed something in this downed tree. What the heck is that for, or was it for? This is, a lot of horses are on this trail. I wonder if it has something to do with tying up a horse nearby. I don't know. Just very weird, huh? Okay, day 3, taking our first break off the CDT. Found spots to put the packs, but then Sarah just noticed randomly this piece of wood nailed on a tree. And is that a 7? Or was it a piece of was there other wood here and it was something else? Another mystery of the CDT. What the heck is that for? Yeah, so we'll check in later. All right, we're still on the CDT. You can see Sarah's bright yellow Crocs making her way down the trail. And Sarah just spotted on this live tree another one of these little circular guys. And so now we're pretty convinced that they used to, in the old days, whether it was telephone wire or telegraph wire or, whatever the copper wire was, they ran it along this path. Very, very cool. I wonder if they went to the trouble of recovering the wire at some point when it wasn't needed anymore. But yeah, a little bit of history on this section of the CDT. I think if you're looking at a map or Far Out, we camped at Miners Creek, which I believe was around mile 2779. Don't hold me to that until I relook at it. Heading northbound towards the Canadian border from Mexico. So that's kind of the area we're in. If you look on a map, we're headed towards Spotted Bear Pass. So that's probably a landmark that'll stand out. And Larch Pass is around there. So yeah, they used to have some sort of communication line running through here back in the day. Very interesting. So we're seeing our fair share of these bugs on the trail, and they're very distinctive because they are so white. Look at that. I don't know what it is, but I've never seen that type of bug before. Very interesting. We're getting close to the cabin. I think it's Rock Creek Cabin.
So I just came around the corner and I knew we were getting to this ranger cabin soon, but it's time for a break. So here you go. Looks like there's no one there right now, but it's like a place to camp there, a burn pile. Let's go check out the cabin.
All right. We made it to Rock Creek Cabin. Very cool. All right, one last look at Rock Creek Cabin before we go. We have some various signage posted. One thing that's fairly unique is there's a concrete foundation, which you don't see every day out in the backcountry. And then also there's another holder for a line, for a telephone line or whatever. So depending on how old this cabin is, I'm sure they had a line coming out to the cabin, which makes sense. Okay, day 3 update. We're taking a little break. We still got about a mile climbing the Spotted Bear Pass, but we're a couple hundred feet over our highest mountain in New Hampshire again. Mount Washington's at 6288 and we're at about 6,500 right now. So we got some more climbing to do, and it's finally time to put on some sunscreen, I think. We've been in a pretty shady, forested area, but it's been opening up the past mile or so. Starting to feel the sun on the back of my neck, so time to put on some sunscreen. But thankfully when we're moving, the bugs aren't bad at all, so. Sarah had a little extra gas this morning. She was motoring. All right, we're at Spotted Bear Pass. And there's the CDT, first CDT sign we've seen. Very cool. We still got a mile and 1,000 feet of elevation to go. Woo.
Okay, so we're about halfway up the second pass to, I want to say Larch Hill, but I don't know if that's right, but up the CDT. I found a stump to sit on, and then Brian found one just down the trail, so we'll take a little break. We've been climbing for about a half hour, and we'll keep going. The smoke's really coming in, so hopefully this wind just blows it out. We'll check in later.
All right, we're climbing up from Spotted Bear Pass. It's gotten very smoky up here. All of a sudden, Sarah's on a stump up there. But yeah, as soon as we kind of got above tree line and could see, it definitely can smell the smoke and obviously see the smoke. So it's not terrible, but it's definitely noticeable. Interesting. We're at about 7,700 feet. What's the other sign say?
It's just another trail sign if you're coming from here.
Okay.
Rock Creek Moose Trail and Trail 194.
Got it.
Okay, it's about 2:15 and Brian and I we got to camp to my lake. We didn't really scout for the best site. We just picked a shady one that will be shady. I'm in the sun. The tent's in the sun a little bit, but it should, as soon as the sun moves, just like a foot. So it shouldn't take long. We'll be in the shade. Ryan went to go find water. There's a lake here. It's always nicer to get it from a running creek or whatever. So he's just going to scout for a little bit. I'm going to get the tent set up a little bit. So we'll check in later. So I'd been sitting at the tent site for a bit and I was like, where's Brian? What's he doing? And he's going real serious in trying to get us water that's not gunky. You see him waiting out to fill up gravity feeder.
All right, little day 3 update. As you can see, we're in our tent. We're camped near my lake, although calling it a lake is a stretch. It's like a pond. I had to, well, Sarah, I think, took a video. I had to actually go in the pond to get decent water. It's like, you know, when you're getting water and it's not cold. Well, that's what we're with. But yeah, we're about 7,400 feet and we've been on the map. Sarah's been on the map backtracking. This is night 3. And night 10, we want to be set up near our car because we have like a 2.5 hour drive to our next hotel. So we're just kind of backtracking the general area we want to camp at each night. And it looks like just based on the mileage, we're really not going to have like a day where we can have a true rest day.
Maybe.
Maybe. Oh, stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
All right. That's the
We'll keep you
update.
posted.
As you can see, we have no rainfly on. It did cool down last night eventually, and it's not bad right now, but because the sun is kind of hazed over. But we just looking for all the air we can get to try and stay cool and comfortable off the CDT. So tomorrow we'll get a peek at the Chinese Wall, which is going to be really cool. We saw it on the way in, and now we'll be on top of it. So that'll be cool. But we can't stick around there because we gotta get to our next campsite. So yeah, maybe we'll check in later or we'll see you in the morning. Okay, day 3 update. It's getting close to 7 o'clock. When we had set up camp a few hours earlier, we didn't even throw on the rain fly because it was hot and all that jazz. But started to notice about 15 minutes ago, the clouds were getting a little grayer.
I thought I heard a thunder, but I didn't really think much about it. Then we heard thunder.
Then we heard thunder pretty close. So we mobilized the rainfly team, and within, I'd say, under 2 minutes, yeah, we'll be under 2 minutes, we had to fly up and staked out, and we started feeling drops not soon after that. So it's not a heavy rain right now, but it's coming down. So good thing we had the fly ready to go, and we'll see if it gets any worse than this. The thunder really hasn't gotten closer, it doesn't sound like, so maybe just a passing storm, and hopefully it'll cool things off tonight, which is fine with us.
Yep.
And we'll see you in the morning. We've already eaten dinner.
Yep.
I'm gonna put on a cup of decaf, and yeah, definitely, I was like already probably asleep by now last night. And we had another long day today, but we're just definitely feeling more hydrated and better today. So I think we'll be up for a while. We did hear people. It was we saw 2, but I think there were maybe 3. But at least two people that they weren't camped here though. They kept on going.
They kept going. I think they were CDT hikers going southbound, and their packs were very little.
Yeah. So good for them. You can never do that. Yeah, so that's the update, and I forget, it's a Tuesday maybe? I don't know.
No idea.
We'll figure that out tomorrow.
Hold on. Monday, July 24th.
Okay, Monday. So tomorrow's Tuesday. Big day for tomorrow. The Chinese Wall. We've heard so much about it. We've seen it from the distance, but it'll be cool to be on it, even though we're not going to be like camped around there. And there's a big no camping zone restriction around there. We saw at the ranger station. But there is camping opportunities closer to there, but it would have been a real long day today to get there. So I'm glad we kind of stayed here and getting our strength back a little bit, I would say.
Yes.
All right. See you in the morning for day 4.